Alright, my plan is fairly solid. I'm sold on it. A brilliant guy came up with it. Veritas, indeed. Adequatio rei et intellectus. Yep, that's the flaming corpse pile. You reload the game, the Guardian isn't there quite yet. So here's the plan. I'm going to clear this place out. I'm not gonna go to the theater. Now that means this is my western limit for now. I should be able to clear all of this out, except of course for the problem with the Guardian. Now there's the diner, there's something outside the diner, there's this bit I haven't cleared out. How about this? We stick to the eastern edge, clear this out, all of this, then go there. This seems like a large building. If I can make it there to the center of the map safely and save in a different place entirely, that would be good. Not to say that it would be ideal, perfect. Let's not get overboard with these sorts of statements. No, no, no. It would be decent. It would be good. Makes sense. You could check the body, I guess. You can hop over this, can't you? Yes, you can. No, what happened to you? Well, I think we know what happened. Maybe not in detail, but in principle, in general. We can disengage from that monstrosity. I'm fairly confident we can. Let's investigate this. We haven't had the opportunity to yet.
They're burning the bodies. Why?
I guess this is relatively vindicating, isn't it? Because I've been making this point from the get-go, from the start. I've been saying I don't like these corpse piles. I think this is gonna end very poorly. I'm not sure in how many other places I have seen this, but I believe it is a recurring sort of nightmare scenario. It is a recurring problem. That you get this sort of Frankenstein monster out of a pile of corpses. It just happens. I'm not sure if we've seen this in the original game. I think it's something that happens in Cliff Barker's Jericho. I'm actually not sure what the sources for this are. But it sounds so perfectly. I know it's on the other side. Let it just go over there. It's just, as weird as it sounds, a natural, logical sort of thing to assume. Somehow. That, despite everything, despite all the logic that may tell you otherwise, it dispensed a rat? That despite everything, if you pile corpses on, something will happen. Or at the very least, if they're piled on, something may happen. You're going to get some sort of a ritual and something will be unleashed. So ultimately, if you see this sort of thing happening, burn the corpses. Don't leave them lying around in a pile. It's a bad idea overall. I'm desperately trying to come up with a counter example. Is there ever a situation where you see this sort of thing happening and you figure, no, let's leave the corpses piled on over here. I'm sure everything will be just fine if we just leave them be. No! You never just leave the corpses. Burn the corpses. Or don't congregate them. A bold stance, a bold anti-corpse pile stance. I understand. Oh no, 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 no. Are the gathering corpses? Well, they're kind of agitated in general, I guess. What are you doing? They're running in a circle? What, is this a summoning ritual or something? You know, I should presumably just shoot them. I'm not gonna be able to perform a stealth kill in these sorts of circumstances, I don't think. I'm not sure how I like this grammatically. I know it's correct, it's not necessarily particularly formal, but it's correct. Still, I kinda don't like it. Can't. As I was saying, yeah, that's a couple of bullets wasted, but then again, so what? I get rid of all of them. Oh, that's a weird way for particles to be floating. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Bucks and nail. I could have used an explosive bolt, I guess. Presumably, this is a sort of scenario where you used a huge group of these guys. Burning bodies indeed. Now, hopefully these things don't just teleport between piles of corpses, otherwise I'm going to be in a bit of a pickle. Not that much though, not that much. I'm doing reasonably well. Ah yes, I also have to be on the lookout for statues of the goddess, you know. I presumably have missed some of those, but that's okay. Whoa. Sebastian, please don't float. What else? Well, what other obvious things have I neglected to mention? I guess it's mostly that I should presumably focus on using other means to dispatch zombies. Yeah, using the pistol is cute and everything, but no. Ultimately, I should find other means, and those means can include, say, explosive bolts. I have plenty of explosive bolts, so that would have been a good solution. Also, I have an abundance of smoke balls. I should use those. I know I don't have the capability quite yet to perform stealth kills naturally in those, just baseline. I don't think I have to. If I can perform a stealth kill regularly, if the beasties become engulfed in a cloud fall, I know I may still be able to do that. Once again, expect a tendril to plop down from the sky. That's my prediction. Any second now. Right in the middle of the intersection. No. Right in the middle. Saving. Save. Whoa. It was on the rooftop. The tallest rooftop out there. Just climb on top of all these things and switched places. Makes perfect logical sense, I guess. But for whatever reason, I have chosen to avoid the Guardian, and that's what I'm sticking with. Give me those resources. No, don't climb. Just pick up the gunpowder. I mean, 3 units of it. You can craft a single bullet out of these. Oh. I guess oil put that to good use. Hello. Come here. No, What? No, I'm serious. Get back here. You can't tell me you're too smart for this. I know you're not. Just walked away. Not today. Not today, Sebastian. But it was a brilliant plan. I kicked over a barrel. There's a nice little bit of oil over here that I can set ablaze. I can set her on fire and dispatch her that way. It was perfect. I'm sorry, what? Your ability to jump is amazing. Come here, come here. Whoa, no, that's not. Ow! That's not actually how you shoot, Vestin. I thought, look, because of all those sparks, I figured. Whoa! Whoa, Nelly. I figured she would set that ablaze herself. Hey, she's on fire, and she burns through the night at the speed of light. You're just silly, lady. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're no longer on fire. What if I get on the bus? Do you get stuck? Hop, hop, hop! Oh God, no! Oh no! Oh! Damn it! We could have done so many things. Oh, and I didn't. You're crazy. No, yeah, duh. Also, yeah, I got about, I don't know, 3 or 5 saves at this junction. So, no, I don't have to go back and save. The game has provided me with ample opportunity. I don't have to worry about this. Quality of life improvements. Well, improvements, features. Yeesh. But yes, I got myself into a bit of a bind, into a bit of a pickle. It could have been avoided in oh so many ways. Oh so many ways. Didn't have to end like that. I only have myself to blame. I could have easily actually kept on running. I know that when you run out of stamina, it's not as effective, but it's not like you can no longer run. I could have shot her. Finally, I could have healed up. Look at this. She just... yeah, turns around. Yeah, and then she's gonna make a huge leap to land over there, at which point she's gonna attack me from the other side. It's so bizarre. All? What? It's what happened here, literally what I'm... Handgun bullets and a fallen Mobius operative. It's one freaky creature. Either way, I could search this place now, I guess. Oh, come on. Hop. Oh, boxes. Come here. You're on fire now. Lady of ill repute. Listen, you can hop across this and try to glitch her out. Although that's not particularly nice, is it? Hop. Fine, let's run. Okay, this is not fine! This is not fine! Oh no, this isn't fine at all. I can continue to try and avoid that. Or I guess I can try to finish her off. The best idea I can come up with at this stage is to find another barrel and set her ablaze yet again. She was on fire for a reasonable while, and there's a good reason people are trying to set the corpses on fire, I think. Though I might be wrong. I might be horribly, hideously wrong. Is she hopping on top of those places because she knows I'm here? Or, you know, just randomly doing so because she's searching? I don't know. I should just find another barrel, attract her attention, do the same thing again. I can unload the shotgun or the pistol. I can use the bolts. Possibly the harpoon bolts. If only I had the flaming harpoon bolts, that would be perfect. That's the one weapon I can rely on flaming. But no. I don't quite have those, do I? No, I don't. Burning corpses. I guess people in the business district did figure out what was going on. Well, you know, people from the residential district fled to the business district, and having those who have managed to survive anyway, and having that bit of knowledge on the side, have ultimately managed to make some correct decisions. That was a little tap room. Huh?
Sounds like someone's in trouble.
Yeah, that's the safe room.
Damn, he's gonna get mobbed.
He's presumably gonna... Well, do I just rush in, like... I can't see it. Where is he?
Maybe I can get the jump on them.
It's the software developer! My god, I can't just leave him hanging! He's a fellow programmer!
Hey, you over there! You gotta help me!
Don't draw the attention!
I know you can hear me! Help me out!
Shut up! Out in the open. Mission start, you say? Oh no! Oh no!
There's more of them! They're coming from over there!
I can kind of see that, buddy.
Come on, man, do something!
I'm trying!
Almost got him!
Mission start.
You just saved my ass. I didn't think anyone would come.
You're from the search team. How did you end up here?
I was looking for something.
And what would that be?
Look, it's dangerous out here. Come to my safe house so we can talk.
Lead the way.
Come on.
Go with Mobius Operative. Really? You're gonna keep calling him Mobius Operative? Come on, it's Mr. Sykes. He's the software developer. What a neat little chance encounter. Yeah, I got a little hurt. I didn't get as many stealth kills as I wanted, but hey. I can heal back up. I didn't want to waste that much ammo, more than I needed to anyway. I am dangerously low on ammo at this juncture. I think I should attempt to clear this place out to the best of my ability. Mission started. It says presumably if you just let him die, you fail. After all, it's not like they're gonna code in a separate path for a situation where he doesn't quite survive. Barrel? Oh, I like this. If we can bait the Guardian over here and set these two puddles ablaze, that'll be glorious. Fallen Mobius Operative shotgun ammo pouch. Oh, that's great. I will be able to carry so much ammo. Able, in principle, you know. Wait, what? And how exactly am I supposed to get to that safe house? Oh, this is the safe house. This? Right? Usually it's the thing with the antenna. This is the safe house. Fair enough. Yes, it is.
Come on in. They can't get in here. Thanks again for helping me out. I'm Sykes.
Sebastian Castellanos.
Castellanos, huh?
Wait, it's in green.
You survived the beacon incident, right?
So it's
How do
optional.
you know that?
I'm a STEM programmer, but I've got other skills too.
What are those skills?
Like hacking information systems.
Oh, you
I know
clever
all
devil.
kinds of things that nobody else knows. Not even other members of the team.
Tell me everything.
Then you know who Lily is.
Yeah. We're all trying to find her. Haven't had any luck though. That's why you're here, huh?
That's right. But if you can't help me with that, then we've got nothing else to discuss. Good luck.
Hey, hold on. We might still be able to help each other out.
This better be good.
Look,
Sebastian.
there's a bunch of stuff in here that you could probably use. And you can have it for saving me out there. You want to hear my proposal? Come on back to me.
Well, obviously we're not going to just leave this guy hanging. What sort of a monster? Come on now, people. I'm just gonna figure, oh, never mind, Sykes. I need...
Those are locked, but I could get it open if you're willing to help.
See, I figured he would have keys, and oh, he's a hacker. He's going to have access to all these things. And yes, saving him seems to be optional, because it's marked in green. Also, yeah, another thing. I think our orange mission at the theater is going to be a very brief encounter, presumably a cutscene, where the guy basically disappears, cackles maniacally, takes Lily, and off we go to search for him in yet another place. Leaving us to explore this, possibly after calling Kidman. Or O'Neill or someone. Like, hey, he took Lily, I don't know what to do now. Well, you can search the area, maybe you find some clues, yada yada yada. That's my best bet. And by bet over here, I don't mean the best hope of accomplishing what I want to accomplish, but my best guess as to what actually would happen, will happen, presumably. It's not like I'm not gonna go there at some point. Hold on, so if you let him die, you never get the password. You don't get crafting stations in these places, but you don't need them because you can just go through the mirror and craft, well, where you live, essentially.
All right, I'm all ears. How can we help each other?
I need you to restore the server inside the mirror. It should be easy enough as long as none of those freaks are around. Here's where it's located.
What?
Hold on, I haven't agreed to anything yet. What's in it for me?
You do that for me, I can open up all the locked supply caches for you.
And what's in it for you?
If you get the server on, I may be able to find another way out of Union.
Another way out? And that's something in it for you, not for me. Buddy, if we find out another way to leave Union, we are funneling all the surviving civilians out, mostly that lady in residential area, because I don't know if there are any other survivors out there. We will evacuate you guys at the last possible second, maybe earlier if I no longer desperately need you. Actually, you can possibly guide me from the outside, whatever. You wake up over there, you get on the hell out of here. We probably try to extract Lily out the same way. It'll be fine. As long as Mobius doesn't intervene. Getting out of Union and the servers are off. Also, yeah, another thing I have noticed, aside from the fact that this is an optional mission, is the fact that we'll have to sneak past that goo monster again. Presumably we'll have a bit of a confrontation with it again if we want to try this. And we do want to try this. This is our next order of business, I would say. Outside of possibly dispatching the Guardian with what little ammo I have.
There's really a way to get out of Union?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure as hell gonna give it a try. They've lost contact with STEM. We're totally cut off. If we don't find the core, we're all gonna die in here. Unless I can figure a way out.
How is that possible?
You really want me to waste your time talking a bunch of technical gibberish?
Fair point. But yes, indeed, how exactly would you accomplish that? Look, I could explain that to you, but you wouldn't understand it, and it would waste both of our times, wouldn't it?
All I have to do is turn it on. How did the server go offline in the first place?
All I'm saying is if you turn on that server, I can give it a shot. Look at this place. It's breaking apart out there. I'm surprised anything is working. But then again, Mobius probably turned it off themselves. They've got all kinds of emergency protocols in place.
And you're questioning the almighty Mobius?
Hey, I don't mind being a grunt. But the moment I become expendable, well, that's when I start to look for the exit door. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So, you gonna help me out or not?
Spoken like a true programmer. Well, hey, I'm gonna do this, but the moment they don't care about me, I don't care about them. Fair enough. Fair enough, buddy. But yes, this is alarming. Because there's a question we have to ask ourselves. Well, we may ask ourselves. We may want to ask ourselves. And that is, why exactly was that shot off? Maybe, just maybe, it was done for a reason. And maybe that reason was good. And maybe, just maybe, it was done for a very good reason. Maybe the place he wants to... Maybe if the servers boot back up online, things become even worse. Maybe there are monsters inside. Maybe it's not a way out. Maybe, just maybe, our interests converge. Or maybe do not. Maybe they do not. Maybe the idea is that... well, that's something that would harm Mobius, but that would benefit us. Who knows? If you want my bet, it might just connect us to something. What? It's something related to beacon? That sounds insane. That shouldn't be operational. Although it could be another designed region. Not beacon as in actual Beacon Mental Hospital, but a model of it within the STEM system. We shall see. Mission start getting back online. It's a side mission. That is true. The first step, of course, is to get back to the Morrow. Back to the safe house. Well, we might possibly try to have a conversation with the psychologist. Back through here. We won't have to cross the stairs, but we will have to go through some dangerous places. This is where the gas is, so we won't have to go through the gas again. Just a little side adventure over here. Speak with Sykes. What, if you accept the mission?
Tell me.
Activate the server. Okay. So objective accomplished. Next objective, activate the server. I do want to unlock all the caches. Presumably I find goodies inside. And my goodness, do I need them. Two high-grade weapon parts. Not that many weapon parts themselves, though. Need a couple more. Decent bit of green gel, but once again, I need plenty more. All right. What? Investigate a fear. I don't think so. Oh, this has collapsed. That's good. Look, I have 2 barrels and a bullet. Let's say flaming monstrosity. I don't know how they spell that out, especially the barrels. Oh, you know, this is the knife, little lady. You know how this works. So yeah, don't be surprised. Yeah, we know. It doesn't work the first time around. But it does work eventually, and that's what I want. Oh no, how dare you! I'll be back! And I'm gonna do it again! Oh. How heartless, I guess. Then again, is it particularly heartless? Gruesome monstrosities. Oh, I guess one could argue that I should not revel in the slaughter. Shouldn't I, though? If I'm gonna do it anyway, might as well revel a bit. I have to collect the items here, but first things first. Eliminate threats, then loot. It's really important to keep the order of operations in mind. Don't loot first. If you loot first, you're gonna have a bad time. 1.2k gel. Love that. So yes, indeed, as you may have noticed, they are a bit of a bigger threat. So what? They give a bigger payoff. A regular haunted gives you 200 or 300, depending on the level of toughness. That's 1.2k. It's significantly more. As in 4 to 6 times more. Absolutely worth it, even if you have to take them down twice. Big whoop. I was about to ask, what is that? That's the theater. That's obviously the theater. What else would it be? That's our destination. for the main quest. Yep, that's the huge whopping theater. And that growling noise, that's the camera thingy. And yes, I hear that that moaning sound, obviously. It's presumably another haunted footer. Let's get the ammo pouch. Oh boy, here we go again. Here I go stabbing again. Oh no! I do not go stabbing. Stabbing goes me. So to speak. Well, you're not gonna follow me, little lady? I still remember my first encounter with one of those things. It was truly amazing. The slowest moving enemy I have seen up until that point. And then I've noticed that they can run like the bloody wind when they want to. And boy, did I find out that they want to. Oh yeah, I know. Slice, 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 slice. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I realize that loitering right here isn't the way to go. As in, I should not go to the theater. That shouldn't be the first step. But I should also not continue to explore. She's not gonna turn around, is she? Fine. Hey, here I am. Did you see me? Are you even going in this direction? Oh, she is. She totally is. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where is he? Where is he? Will you go back the other way, or will you go forward? Back, I guess. Violently whipping around to see if I'm still there? Well, still. If I'm there again. $1.2K again? Yep. Pouch upgraded. I can carry 13 shotgun shells. Well, I can, I guess. I don't know, can I? Will I? Ever? I know, I've said it's a waste of time, but bear with me. I can break a couple of boxes And then we are indeed going. Tendrils. How many drills? 10 drills. Not quite in the middle of the intersection, now is it? So I was completely wrong on that front. But whatever. I have no idea why the eye is making such noises. I have no idea how the eye is making such noises, most importantly. But then again, does it really matter? I would love to bait that creature into these barrels. But... oh, no, oh, this place is perfect. Look at this. There's a puddle of oil right here. Oh, no way. And of course, this path got torn open, presumably by some Guardian. Alright, so here's the thing. I am gonna save and I am gonna bait the Guardian over here. I don't want to put this off. That's the last thing I need. That's the last thing I want. There are 2 puddles. I have 2 bullets. That's exactly as many as I need. And if I manage to do that, I'll be able to get enough green gel, I think, to get a powerful upgrade. That's probably the idea. Those extremely expensive upgrades are out there for those who dare to actually take out the huge monstrosities and are playing on the sort of difficulty level where they can afford to do so. Afford to try to do so at the very least. Well, no, anyone can afford to try to do so. I mean anyone can try to do so. That doesn't mean they can afford. I guess. Well, that depends on what you understand by affording anyway. Hi. I was just thinking of you, you know, you wonderful little lady. Come here, come here. I have something to show you. Come here, come here. Blammo! How do you like that? Whoa, the car blew up. Oh, she's no longer on fire. She no longer burns through the night at the speed of light. Fire! I've set you ablaze thrice! 3 times! 3 times the lady has been set on fire. Oh, that hurt! But you'll hurt more! Why won't you die? No. Sebastian. Oh, let go of the wrong button at the wrong time. I've set you ablaze 3 times, you... What do you want from me? I know I blew myself up a bit, but... Good goodness, 3.5k, is that really worth it? I don't think it is. You get 1.5k from the knife ladies, and all you need for that are 2 backstabs. That's literally it. 0 ammo. You backstab, disengage, backstab, 1.2k green gel. For this, you get a little over twice that much. But it's definitely not the equivalent of 4 backstabs, and you can't even backstab them. Granted, I almost have 12k, but ugh. The amount of ammo I had to get through to accomplish that, and I set her on fire 3 times. I don't know, maybe I should have... Could I have forced her to stand in the fire? Maybe the car explosion would have made things better? Had I had her near the explosion? I guess using explosive bolts on her face is the way to go. Possibly skewering her with maximally upgraded bolts might cut it. But other than that, I don't know. Oh look, the coffee machine has almost reloaded. Presumably, by the time I get to the other safe house, I'll have a fresh pot, if those are connected. And if they're not, I should have a fresh one waiting for me anyway. So the only caveat is that I shouldn't get caught out by anything else out there on my way. That's it. Just don't die and it'll all be fine. Don't die and get to the regular safe house. Seems fairly straightforward. I've managed to do that repeatedly so far. Shouldn't start failing now. And since, while I'm at it, might as well open a couple of boxes. Was the thing I... Oh, hello. Not only were the boxes here, but also... I'm full on first aid kits. Well, I could use the one I have. Or I could just leave this here, unused, and instead drink coffee. Ugh. You know, it seems like such a straightforward, foolproof idea. Just pick the healing, just use the healing you have. Pick up the other one, and bam, you're restocked, you're full on health, it's all fine. But no, obviously that's too simple for me. Playing it a bit too safe. Obviously I need to make things more difficult for myself, on purpose. This is inaccessible, it requires a key. I don't think you can hack a physical doll. Well, you can hack a physical doll, I guess, to pieces, but that's not exactly what I had in mind. So presumably Sykes is not gonna have a key for me. What if Lily is locked in that shed? Who knows? Are the coffee makers synced up? I have no idea. I have no way of telling. The other one was about to reload, so for all I know, they may very... Actually, I have a way of knowing. The moment I get to the other side, in the safe room with the psychologist, there ought to be another coffee machine. Now, logically, I presume they're not linked, but you never know. What else is there to do? Could go through the mirror. I don't quite have enough green gel to get what I want. I have quite a few weapon parts, I guess. Whatever, I've saved up. I've healed up. Let's head back to the Morrow on a little side quest. Maybe the psychologist lady will be happy to hear that I have saved the software engineer. All in all, not bad. All in all, out of the 5 members of the group, 3 have managed to survive. All right. Hi.
By the way,
Can't even tell her. Syringes, but I'm full on syringes, so I can take that. They are not linked. Look at this. There's a fresh cup over here. It's available. What? How have I not read this before? Or have I? Email, call candidates, all concerned, Operative Grisham, Lily Castellanos, Initial Findings. The ideal call candidate must have an unfettered ego in order to retain their own personality while supporting the interlinked minds of many others. Given these parameters, there are only two possible candidate types. Given these parameters, there are only two possible candidate types. Egomaniacs with psychopathic tendencies or children. Oh, that's brilliant. We all know what happened last time with an egomaniac with psychopathic tendencies. Last time an egomaniac with psychopathic tendencies was in STEM. So a child is our best bet. You know, when you put it that way, it sounds pretty obvious. Yes, pretty straightforward. Let's not go with those. Having access to standardized school test results, we were able to narrow down our options. We feel that we found the ideal call candidate in Lily Castellanos. Her tests show that she not only has a guileless ego, but she also exhibits incredibly advanced empathy for a child her age. We are sending her to Dr. Hoffman for further testing. She was the kindest kid in town. That's why they picked her to be the call. Wow. How have I not read this before? Or is it that you've... No, surely you don't get new messages popping up on these terminals when you return to an area, do you? It's wild. Maybe you do. Surely there wouldn't be new messages. These are old messages. Obviously, this is ancient history. So I must have missed it on my last visit. That's the only logical explanation. Well, that's the best available logical explanation. Should I craft anything? Because I have plenty of gunpowder and no ammo for the pistol. Do I even use the pistol? I don't want to use the pistol most of the time. To get more firepower of the pistol, I need 400 weapon parts. I don't know if I even want this. If you want to go all pistol all the way, I guess this makes perfect logical sense, and I started out that way, but then I've realized that it makes significantly more sense to spend gunpowder on crafting bolts, even if you get absolutely no upgrades to them whatsoever. To them, for them. I could try to aim for the flaming harpoon bolt at some point. Although I have basically used up all the harpoon bolts, and crafting opportunities are limited. I could also... Oh! I just needed 350 to get this upgrade. Well, that seems fairly straightforward and obvious then. Smoke bolts. I have plenty of smoke bolts in my little mine's vault, so I can pick them up over there. I am full on smoke bolts as far as what I'm carrying, so this should be the next order of business. Next time I encounter a group of haunted, smoke bolt, for 12 seconds, I have this entire field smoked up. They can't see me, they can't find me, and I can sneak kill every last one of them, presumably from any direction. Incredible. Let's get this. Next up, 1,000 to make it poisonous. To a certain extent, this is understandable. You are making an AoE cloud of death within which you can backstab anything you want. So yeah, it costs 1,000. I'm not gonna find 1,000 weapon parts though, am I? Whereas the flaming harpoon bolt only costs 700, because at the very least you need to aim that stupid thing. So even if you plow it directly into the face of the Guardian, at least you had to take your time and aim at the face of the Guardian. Whereas the smoke bolt becoming poisonous AoE that lasts, what, 12 seconds? Yeah, 12 seconds, that's when it maxes out. you're creating an AoE cloud of death you yourself are not affected by, within which you can still just murder things at a whim. So yeah, no duh, it costs 1,000. But at the same time, disregard the tone of what I'm saying. And instead focus on the fact that I have just unlocked the ability to have 12 seconds in any area to unleash a cloud of smoke that keeps me perfectly safe, impossible to keep track of, and at the same time allows me to backstab things with my predator trait. So I can run up to them, backstab, run up to them, backstab, and I have a whopping 12 seconds to kill every last one of those things in the cloud. Seems like a pretty compelling perspective. All right. I guess this is as early as I could have possibly done this. Let's get cracking. What? I've turned away for the previous one. Did that whip me around? I hate it when the camera whips me around. And of course, that's one thing I could argue isn't my fault, because it isn't. This place used to have resources. Those resources are long gone. What about this place? Huh. What sort of evil is within that thing? Well, never mind that. Though I guess we'll find out soon enough. Can you tell me exactly how collapsed these tunnels are again? No? No need to remark on that, eh? Well, here's the issue. We'll probably be able... Nature Preserve? Exit 7-2. Will we ever go there? Will we? What lies on the other side of that door is the last location, last known location of that horrifying goop monstrosity. That's where we got attacked last time. We barely have managed to get away. But we did manage to get away. If I could drag... Oh, I see. There are things to pick up here. I have failed to notice them. Mysterious bobblehead. You feel like you've seen this before, but you can't quite put your finger on when or where that was. But at any rate, it looks pretty cool, so you decide to keep it in your room. It literally says Vault-Tec.
Yes, it is yet another collectible that is a very clear reference to another franchise. I don't know what to say.
That rocket launcher wasn't exactly the rocket launcher that I got in the original game. That just was the rocket launcher for Quake, wasn't it?
Yes, Weston.
So that mask... I don't know which video game the mask was from, but presumably it was also another little Easter egg, another thing that was based on a video game.
Dishonored.
When you know these things and someone doesn't and doesn't realize it, it makes that person look like such a moron. I guess it's not necessarily the case when people fail to get a reference, but when they fail to understand something, it's much worse. Ugh. I hate it. But yeah, I guess most of the time, even if you're particularly smart, you're going to have your blind spots or moments when you fail. That's just gonna happen, and then you're going to feel like a moron. And then, of course, yeah, if someone focuses exclusively on moments when you can't recall something, well, it's like focusing on moments where a famous player has lost a game, or focusing on moments when a famous businessman had a business go bankrupt, or something like that. You fish out, you cherry pick those failure points, and obviously you're going to reach very skewed, bizarre conclusions about a person, endeavor, or whatever. Right. Ugh. Unless, of course, someone has an absolutely perfect track record with no flaws whatsoever at any stage. Which doesn't really happen. mean, it might, hypothetically. It's not impossible. It's just, I guess, rare. Yeah, and on one hand, you could, of course, blame people who cherry pick, and on the other hand, you can blame other people for taking that bit of information and jumping to conclusions. I mean, yeah, that's the fallacy known as the hasty generalization. You take a couple of data points and figure, oh, well, then I know everything. No, you don't. No, not necessarily. You know someone has failed. You know someone has done something bad. Well, do you know whether that person has done other things that possibly weren't bad? And of course, in certain circumstances, people don't really feel like that's particularly relevant. Whoa, it's gone? Yeah, in quite a few circumstances, people figure, okay, you've done one bad thing. I don't need to know about all the other things. Maybe everything else you've done in life was good. Probably wasn't. But even if so, I don't care. You've done this one bad thing, and that's literally all I care about. You've killed a person. You know, I don't care how many dogs you've pet throughout your life. It's just kind of irrelevant to me. And possibly, this isn't necessarily even wrong. It may make a decent degree of sense. Yeah, because maybe you're chaotic evil. Maybe you do all these sorts of things that are neutral, then you do quite a few things that are bad, quite a few things that are good, and then you do things that are bad. And the fact that you do all these other sorts of things shouldn't detract from the evil within. Or maybe you're chaotic neutral. Which in itself shouldn't detract from the fact that I've done absolutely nothing, in effect. I've just gone through here. This place is suspiciously empty. It used to be so full of life. Well, Vestin. Well then. Does that make you think, or does it not? Because on one hand, you could figure, oh hey, the thing is gone. On the other hand, unless, you know, you're like those haunted, instead of figuring, well, I guess it's gone, doesn't exist anymore, you could think to yourself instead, hold on, it used to be here, and now I don't see it. Where is it? Where has it gone? It might have ceased to exist in the meantime, for all I know. Also, I still don't know, I think her name is Yukiko. I still am not sure what the hypothesis was as far as someone even was. Could just be Ruvik, could be someone else, could be an insider. I had the hypothesis that our programmer was it, that Sykes was it. He doesn't seem to be. He suggested to me doing something against Mobius protocol. Now, I'm basing my conclusion on the fact that this is a side mission, that presumably that shouldn't have far-reaching consequences. Presumably that's not a crucial plot point, because otherwise I wouldn't be allowed to miss out on it. Which is the sort of metagaming I hate, but whatever. But I've had the hypothesis that if it wasn't for that bit of reasoning, we put that to the side, if it wasn't for that, it's entirely possible that what Sykes is actually trying to do over here is completely illicit. It's not actually trying to help us, trying to get us out of here, and is instead something that would bring about an incredible calamity and will undo security procedures undertaken by Mobius to actually make things better. For all we know, Sykes could be doing something that's going to end up being an absolute disaster for all of us involved that will, on the other hand, benefit him and his possible benefactors in some capacity. That is also a remote possibility, and it all depends on whether I trust him or not. We can naively assume that it actually opens up some sort of a passage that allows people to leave in some alternative way, that it is actually helping. And we have all sorts of reasons not to trust Mobius. But that doesn't mean that Sykes isn't actually doing something horrible and dirty. I think what he's doing is absolutely fine, and I think he's a good person. But I can't base that on facts. I don't have enough information to draw that conclusion rationally. It's just an instinct, and I'm not necessarily the best judge of character. I trust the psychologist. I really think she's doing the right thing. I also trust Kidman, but Kidman can be relied upon, essentially. So she may want to do the right thing, but she may be unable to do the right thing. Ah, yes, and the final thing, I presumably should say these things as I am creeping across the corridors, instead of, you know, just saying them as I pause. Another thing that had me worried and questioning was, is this new? Did I come through here? Did I come from the... the place was just covered in that goop. But I think it was beyond this point. Either way, yes, you'd presume some residue would be left behind if that thing were to just relocate. So it seems to me that it's genuinely gone. And since we are in this sort of a dream realm where things just pop in and out of existence, the assumptions you can or cannot make as far as peekaboo rules are concerned are not as straightforward as they would be in real life. In real life, things don't just stop existing for no particularly good reason. Usually there's some sort of a transformation that takes place if that sort of thing is to happen. I know, Sykes is gonna give you the password. But over here, all bets are off. Investigate. Did he give me a password? No connection between computer and Mobius. Connection between computer and Mobius. Report back to Sykes.
That worked. Guess I should go back to Sykes.
Psych. Hey! I know they're haunted outside. I'll kill them. Don't you worry. Shotgun ammo. Weapon parts. 50! 8 bullets! See? Yes, see? It was absolutely worth it, wasn't it? My goodness. Now those are the sorts of spoils in such quantities that I've yet to see. That was a terrible way of accenting that sentence, but yes. The sorts of spoils I have yet to see, indeed. A lot of stuff. I have an axe if I need to desperately dispatch something. So, not to worry. Hey, buddy. Turn around. Don't see me. Be stupid. Where is he? I can't see him. You're not full on access. This is a hilarious sequence, don't you think? It's mostly hilarious because I started out with an axe. So it's even better than you could have, than ordinarily you'd anticipate. Because ordinarily I'd kill the first one with something else, and then I'd pick up the axe to kill the other one with, to then pick up the axe. But I had the axe to begin with, so it was axe to a guy with an axe, to pick up the axe, to kill another one with the axe from which I get the axe. As you have seen, why am I describing? I mean, it's possibly not the worst tendency. I get it. It's probably not the worst thing to do, to just explain in elaborate detail what you have seen with your own eyes, as if, you know, you weren't actually watching, or busy dozing off or whatever. As if there was a need for me to actually provide this bit of... It's not even commentary. No. It's just essentially retroactively documenting what almost inevitably has been witnessed. I think I've turned the tide. I've slain the Guardian, and after completing Sykes' little quest, I now have access to an abundance of resource caches. If you want to see me make my way back to and clear out the business district, watch the next part of my playthrough of The Evil Within 2. Thanks for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.